on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Nashville.
To start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, here's Tannehill. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Henry again on second down. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Henry. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Buying time to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. And then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Herbert powering up the middle.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw, Fields. intercepted a third time. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw in this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill.
Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. To throw on second down is Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chigakokro. 34 yards, and the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
On second down, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And Mooney going to have a Bears first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play action. Fields
sliding out of the pocket. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. He's into space past the 25.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
To throw is Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chase Claypool
From 13 yards out.
And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
Santos with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In motion is Phillips.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throw left side complete. That's Phillips. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Tannehill throwing again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Cockrell holds it in left side.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
1 second, all that remains.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Henry. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Pettis. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 8. Here's Fields.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Tannehill.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Off play action, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Back now in Nashville. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Fields. That is caught by Herbert.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. A good pickup there, a 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
A handoff for Herbert.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete, and there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game,
and it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Jones now on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Fields throw here into the hands of Moore.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now Fields. That's reeled in by Claypool. What a catch. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Titans 31, Bears 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it again with Henry. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Santos with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that? And that's caught inside the 35. He's on his way. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say